Hello, my name is Puspa Magar and I'm a master's student of Cook University. And today I'll be doing a short presentation upon sustainable gastronomy in farm to table restaurants. And I'll be covering introductions, origins, and development of farm to table restaurants, development of farm to table model, economic impact, socio-cultural impact, and environmental impact. Also, I'll be talking on case study, current trends and innovation, connections to tourism and hospitality, and I'll be giving a conclusion and recommendation. And also, I have a set of question Q&A sections. I'll go through each questions and answer them. Coming to the introduction part, sustainable gastronomy is characterized by approaches that are eco-friendly and support the local food chain system. So this approach basically relies on the farm-to-table approach, where local farmers are connected directly to the restaurants. So this presentation will also elaborate on the subject concerning this model and consequences for the context of hospitality industry. As the image farm to fork concept highlights the comprehensive method of building a sustainable food system. So it is divided into four sections: um, food loss and waste prevention, sustainable food production, sustainable food processing and distribution, and sustainable food consumption. So coming to the origins and development. So based on the development of sustainable gastronomy, it can be seen that the idea of local foods has a long history and goes through a dynamic process. This awareness has forced the consumptions of food which are locally produced and grown organically. So new tendencies such as COVID-19 pandemics facilitated the growth of sustainable initiatives in the restaurants business area. So the factors influencing the consumer intentions and actual purchase of organic product are shown in the diagram. So organic choices are preferred by consumers due to the environmental awareness, food safety concerns, and health consciousness. Price consciousness also influences decision by weighing cost and advantages, whereas novelty consciousness encourage tasting new items. The perception of organic product is highly correlated with the intentions to buy. So these elements work together to influence the buying intentions, which also influence the actual purchases as well. So both directly and indirectly through buying intentions, price consciousness can affect the purchases. So these goals are furthered by consumer trust in organic products, which also emphasize the significance of authenticity and also quality in influencing the consumer's choice. Farm to table concept originated from the organic farming and local foods concepts. So this has slowly adapted by trying to satisfy the increasing aspects of consumers who want to be informed on sourcing of their foods. So example of modern applications are advanced technology aimed at improving the supply chain. However, the issue of scalability and consistency are some of the hard lists. As you can see in the diagram, it highlights the ecological friendly farming methods while outlining the fundamental and advantages of organic farming. So crop rotation, for organic fertilizers and local resources are prioritized in organic farming, which forks the use of agrochemical, synthetic fertilizers, and genetically modified organisms. So numerous environmental advantages results from this strategy, such as decreased energy and water usage, as well as decrease in soil erosion. Organic farming practice helps to create a more sustainable agricultural system by reducing the use of non-renewable resources. This also promotes the ecological balance and resilience, maintains productivity, and provides the customers with better food options. The economic impact, the farm to table model helps local economics greatly as it promotes the local farmers and sellers more than anything else. So it also fosters the employment activeness within the communities and enhances purchase consciousness for quality locally produced foods. However, these models may end up offering some meals at slightly higher price because of the more premium products. As the image also illustrate the advantage of sustainable farming methods, with a focus on biodiversity and environmental preservation. Sustainable agriculture ensures safer ecosystems and healthier food production by discouraging the release of chemicals and pesticides into the environment. So its main goal is to create a healthy soil, which is essentially for plant development and aids in preventing soil erosion. Coming to the socio-cultural impacts, so the farm-to-table style is more efficient in promoting consumers' awareness since it creates a bond between the consumer and producers community. So, being of outstanding importance, local food networks contribute to the protection of indigenous approaches to food management as well as steering consumers' attentions and demand towards the local food sources and production. It also strengthens the dining experience because the consumers or customers can also get a experience to the traditions of that culture. Indeed, the farm-to-table model helps to reduce the carbon impact through the reduction of transportation emissions attained through local sourcing. So, in a way, it helps to in the conservation of resources through materials that advocates for sustainable farming and no waste. So, furthermore, it also helps. It is also helpful in the management of Earth's natural resources, particularly through promoting the agricultural sector diversification and increasing the agricultural landscape complexity. As you can see in the picture, it also highlights the organic farming tenets and advantages while highlighting environmental friendly farming methods. So it also emphasizes the important techniques like crop rotation and use of organic fertilizers instead of synthetic ones, as well as avoiding the GMOs and agrochemicals. Um, Several examples of some time-tested restaurants like Cheese Panigi and Blue Hill at Stone Bounce provide examples of farm-to-table operations actually work and their adherence to farm-to-table principles. So Narisawa also owes a seasonal local sourcing as its principle that affects positive changes in the agriculture practice and the environment as embraced by the Ledbury's commitment to sustainability in meal preparation. Contemporary trends for sustainable gastronomy reveals cardinal advancements, including the use of artificial intelligence in the system of supply chain and innovative urban farming. Enhanced consumer consciousness for truthful and sustainable packaging also helps in explaining the increase. Such incidents depict the changing face of farm-to-table concept, along with the ability to manage the new age contingencies and prospects. As you can see in the image, it says it illustrates the ideas of elements of vertical farming. So vertical plant stacks on left shows how well spaced may be used to grow a variety of products. So the major elements needed for working vertical farm are shown in the right diagram: a power source, water source, a light source, and a nutrient source, all essential for the plant growth. Farm-to-table business model causes a heavy trickle-down effects on the tourism and hospitality industry through the promotion of agri-tourism and encouragement of local food to its clients. So modern hotels and resorts are already implementing sustainable practices in to fulfill their customers' expectations. So this trend is the characteristics of modern individuals who turn towards more consciousness and genuine travel with a focus on the prevention of environment and people's rights. As you can see in the graph, it shows the consistent rise of in every category, indicating a very varied and growing market. So, on-farm sales and educational tourism are the next two major categories driving this expansion behind outdoor recreation and lodging. So, this pattern highlights how agri-tourism, which appeals to a wide range of interests and fosters rural economic development, is becoming more and more popular as a significant sector of the American tourism business. So all in all, sustainable gastronomy through the integration of farm-to-table models shows the positive values through the economic, socio-cultural, and the environmental aspects. This means that through organic food production, local economics are empowered, social relations are also promoted, and the environment is protected, thus making it an essential component of modern day-to-day food sector and accommodation services. Coming to the recommendation part, so in efforts to move towards a sustainable farm to table restaurant, so the following objectives should guide the process. Promotions of local sourcing to assist in supporting the regional economy, creating awareness among the consumers on the importance of sustainable gastronomy, and preventing the negative impact of restaurants on the environment, and entering into an arrangement with farmers to supply the restaurants with the fresh produce are very helpful. Coming to the Q&A part, so the first question is in what ways should the farm to table model be modified so that it can meet the regional difficulties within the sphere of sustainability? So the answer would be several changes should be made to the farm to table guidelines in order to solve the issue related regional sustainability. So initially, cultivating alliances with nearby farmers has the potential to improve the supply chain and bolster the regional economics. Land scarcity problem can also be lessened by using urban agriculture method like vertical farming. So the next question is what are the changing trends within sustainable gastronomy that have potential of shifting the existing farm to table strategies in the near future? So to answer that, improvements in sustainable gastronomy have the potential to transform the farm to table concept. So innovations in technology, especially the AI for supply chain optimization, increase in productivity and cut waste. Space constraints in metropolitan areas can are also addressed with urban farming, such as vertical farms, which guarantees a steady supply of fresh vegetables. So the third question is how can the concept of farm to table be sustainable for restaurants with regards to both sustainability goals and economic feasibility of the concept? So to answer that, farm to table restaurants need to strike a balance between cost effectiveness and sustainability objectives in order to be both profitable and long lasting. So encouraging the local sourcing can boost the regional economics and cut down on transportation expenses. So the increased cost of sustainability practice can be partially offset by educating the customers about the advantages of sustainable gastronomy and justifying the premium pricing. So the next question would be in order to optimize the socio cultural impact of sustainable gastronomy, what are the potential strategies that would be addressed to the partnership between the farm to table restaurants and communities. So, strong community ties should be fostered by farm to table restaurants in order to maximize the socio-cultural impact of sustainable gastronomy. So, working together within nearby farmers and suppliers improves the neighborhood ties while boosting the local economy. Local foods also food culture can be promoted by the community can be educated by holding the workshops and events on sustainable practices. And the last question is, what are the barriers towards the implementation of sustainable practice in farm to table restaurants? So to answer that, implementing the sustainable practices in farm to table restaurants is hampered by a number of obstacles. So investments is in sustainable infrastructure and sourcing maybe are discouraged by their high initial cost. So the year-round scarcity of locally grown produce can make menu planning inconsistent. So profitability may also be impacted by the lack of customer understanding and desire for the sustainable choice.